Howdy, folks, and saddle up, friends, for today we ride to battle atop the Luca Tarigo. The what, you say? Why, the Italian Tier 7 tech tree destroyer, the Luca Tarigo. You know, famed on the high seas, best ship in the game, which is why you see so many of them. Surely you've heard of the Luca Tarigo. I couldn't tell you the last time I even saw one of these in a game. And that is because it is broken, and I don't mean in a good way. It is just kind of broken. All that being said, this is going to be a fun game. I am going to save the day, get 77,000 damage, get 3 kills, although one of them is a little bit cheating, and we'll get to that in a minute. Which I don't know what that means. I guess it means that any ship can have its day, right? It certainly doesn't mean that I'm an amazing player. That is not what I'm going to claim. But, you know, if you put yourself in the right position every now and then, you get a little bit lucky and you're in the right place at the right time, and you get somebody on the opposing team who goes AFK and the chips just kind of fall in the right spot. Also, if you enjoy seeing aircraft carriers get their comeuppance, there's going to be yet another sinking of an aircraft carrier that isn't paying any attention, so you have that to look forward to. This game is going to go the distance, as all of the best World of Warships games do. It is going to be close, right down to the wire. Maybe not right down to the wire. It's going to be close until like maybe 3 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go. And I'm going to be a big part of the action. So why is the Luca Tarigo broken? Well, I have 4 words for you. Yeah, 4 words for you. 9-kilometer main guns. A max range of 9 kilometers on these main guns at tier 7. That would be kind of bad at tier 1. At tier 7, it's a problem. it's an issue. I don't immediately know what the game design reason is for having these ships have such incredibly short guns. I doubt there's any historical reason for that. And I don't know, like, it's not clear to me what the point here is, because it's not like the rest of the ship is somehow amazing. Having said that, I still like this destroyer better than the Moss. This is the very first game I played in it, and I did pretty well. And this to me is just a more fun ship. And I'll give you a few reasons why. One is because the torpedoes do go to 10 kilometers, which means they at least pretend to be useful. Now, they're 55 knots, which is a problem with Italian torpedoes. So you're kind of never going to hit anything. And I don't think I do hit anything, with one exception that doesn't really count. But at least you feel like you're doing something, right? And you don't feel that temptation to charge into death radius just to like try to get your torpedoes off. So there's that. Torpedoes. They do 10,000 damage, which is not great, but it's fine. It's fine. And the guns, they hit reasonably hard. I mean, they're SAP guns, and they have 2850 alpha. So if you can land a few shells, especially on destroyers, they have a 34 millimeter pen. I guess the point of the guns is that they're essentially destroyer killers. I'm not really sure how good they would be at that. Probably reasonable, but you know, all they got to do is get to 9 kilometers, and you're not hitting anybody with anything. I don't know. That's so short. But I haven't really talked about why I like this better than the Moss. It's because it fits my play style. I was talking in the Moss video about how I like ships that are nimble and can juke around, and this is much more in that direction. Now, is the Tarigo a good ship? No, it's not a good ship. There's way better ships, but it at least has some of the tools that you want. It has a 30 meter better turning radius, a 0.6 second better rudder shift, which is not amazing, but you can feel it. It's better. It seems smaller and therefore less likely to get hit by torpedoes. It's faster, and the speed boost is even better. I think it's a 25% speed boost, and you get 6 of them. And then the real pièce de résistance, the coup de grace, the thing I love more than anything in the game, you get full speed exhaust smokes. You get 3 full speed exhaust smokes. And that's a game changer, especially at tier 7, where you don't have to worry about radar and not as much about planes. I mean, full speed exhaust is like, it's just a lifesaver. Also, you get 0.3 kilometers better detect. So, none of this makes the Moss exactly amazing, but boy, it sure makes it more fun to play. I mean, none of this makes the Tarigo amazing, but it sure makes it more fun to play than the Moss. I wouldn't play this ship. I doubt I will play it very often, but if you made me play this or the Moss, I would pick this every day just for those reasons. Just that combination of small nudges towards feeling more like a destroyer. This camo is also pretty sweet. I don't really know where I got this from, some kind of special camo, but it looks pretty rad. So I would say it's not that you, and this is the thing with so many of these tech tree ships, not all tech tree ships are bad. I've played some that are really quite good, but a good number of them are ships that you just wouldn't play if you had the choice. I just can't imagine anybody being a Luca Tarigo main or saying the Luca Tarigo is my favorite ship in the game and this is the one I'm going to choose to get really good at. The advantages that you do have, 10 kilometer torpedoes is nice. SAP shells is nice. Definitely high speed exhaust smokes, very nice. But it's not that good. It certainly isn't better than a Jupiter 42. Torpedoes are super slow. The incredibly short gun range means that when you aren't, that role that destroyers can play where they're just farming ships, you just can't do it. I mean, you're not going to farm anybody from 9 kilometers. I don't even call that farming anymore, right? That's just shooting. I'd 9 kilometers. And when you think about the fact that this ship could potentially find itself in tier 9 games, can you imagine having 9 kilometer guns in a tier 9 game? I mean, you're just never going to use them. You're never going to hit anything. You may as well not have any. That's an exaggeration, of course. With the exhaust smokes and the super short guns, it's tempting to think that you're going to get the drop on destroyers, but that's just not how the game works, right? Any player worth anything is going to see the giant scary smoke cloud coming, and they're either one of their teammates is going to have hydro, or they're just going to run away, or they're going to charge you and get to 2 kilometers. I mean, it's not going to work. And when it doesn't work, you're all of a sudden in the middle of the entire enemy team. So at this point, I've done the best I feel like I can, but the game feels a little out of hand, right? I mean, there's 2-2 on the cap zone, so that's good, but we're down 180 points. We're down 1, 2, 3, 2 ships, 7-5. That we've completely lost this flank. I cannot push on this flank. There's nothing I can do. The smartest thing this Shores can do is run away, and that's exactly what he's going to do. The smartest thing I can do is run away, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I get a little bit brave, and I decide to wend my way between these 2 islands and at least poke my head into the cap, because I have pretty good detect, better than the Mahan. And so I'm hoping I can get away with that. I don't know whether that's smart. I managed to mostly get away with it. I'm kind of hoping to I don't know. I'm not quite sure what I'm hoping to do. I don't really think I'm going to actually cap this cap, although it's possible that they're going the long way around the island, and the Mahan is, not exactly super fast. So, you never know until you try. I'm fairly certain they can't get back around in time to actually just get the jump on me. And I am reasonably fast, especially when I hit that speed boost. And this is the thing about the exhaust smoke. It makes you feel like you can get out of situations like this. Like I can just jet away from them since they're all in one place. And I can just use the exhaust smoke to cover my retreat, which actually is pretty much exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get super close to capping this cap. Literally, I think I'm going to get 1 second away from capping here, which is a little demoralizing. But you know, this is the thing about positioning, right? Like if you took a snapshot of this map in your mind, there's 3 ships over here, all versus me, and I'm just kiting them. They have no effectiveness against any of the rest of my team. Meanwhile, we've got 4 ships that are fighting 2 of their ships. So that's a winning combo, or sort of 3 if you include the Ranger. It's kind of a 4-on-3, but their 3 are low health, and one of them's the Ranger. Conversely, and then of course, you wonder where are the other 2 ships, and we're going to get to that in just a second. Oh, so close. But he gets into the cap. No, I mean, not that it would really matter, because even if I capped it, he's going to get in the cap, and he's just going to start recapping it anyway. But, oh well. What are you going to do? You know, use the exhaust smoke. Do I use the exhaust smoke? No, I don't use the exhaust smoke. And I'll tell you why I don't use the exhaust smoke. Partially because I feel like we're losing and I need to take some chances, but also because I have a theory about what's going on up north. And my theory is this, that Optio looks dangerously like he might be AFK. Like he might literally just be sitting there. And I'm thinking to myself, we need points. Now, normally, I think doing this is fairly cheesy, but all is fair in love and war, and we are behind, and the game is close, and we could use those points. So I decide this is an okay thing to do. Now, it would be stupid for me to open up right here. I have to get out of line of sight of this battleship. Now, you might say, why not use the exhaust smoke? Well, 2 reasons. One is because I'm the one spotting the Optio, so that's not going to work. But even if that wasn't true, I have a theory about what else is happening up here, and my theory is confirmed, which is we have yet another aircraft carrier that is paying absolutely no attention. Now, my teammates have managed to sink that other ship, which is great. So we're down to a 5-on-4, and it's really a 4-on-4 because this guy's AFK. Now, I almost make a mistake here because I'm on such low health. I have to avoid his secondaries. Like the secondaries on the Optio are not good, but still I'm on very low health. I cannot afford to take any chances. So I'm going to have to do this the hard way. Now, if the Ranger had, again, I hate talking bad about other players' play. I was about to say something I shouldn't say. The Ranger makes a tactical mistake here, right? He should be getting out of dodge. He should be at the very least trying to turn and run. Or if not that, then like charge me so that I have to fight him within range of his friends. But he's not going to do either one. He's going to literally just sit there, which you see a lot with aircraft carrier players. And it is what it is. I used to do it. I don't do it so much anymore. I think I've gotten over that. I played enough aircraft carrier to get it. So this is why I kept the exhaust smoke, because now I want to Paolo Emilio this Ranger. The trick, of course, is he still has a way to fight back. For one thing, he is going to start moving. He's going to choose to move backwards, which is probably not the move because he's so slow going backwards. But still, I have to keep track of his motion. I can't just launch the torpedoes right now. That would be dumb because they're so slow. They would actually miss him. And then, of course, I have to avoid his planes. He's going to choose to use the bombers, which I guess is as good a choice as any. That's probably the right choice. He definitely could get lucky and get me. That's one of the reasons I want to cover myself for at least as much time as I can. What do you think? Am I going to pull it off? It's so nerve-wracking, but fun. It is fun. This is a video game, and games are supposed to be fun, and this is pretty fun. And he gets me with those secondaries. Oh, come on. Yeah. There we go. and no one's within range of me. That's the other key part, right? Like, he doesn't have any friends. Now, of course, the problem is he can still get me with these planes. And the FR-20, sorry, this is not the FR-20, the El Tarigo has very bad AA. So believe it or not, I am actually shooting back with 2 guys with pistols on the deck. We probably win this game, even if he gets me. But my pride has kicked in, my competitiveness, and I'd like him to not get me. I think the Ranger has an up and down drop pattern on the bomb, so I'm trying to angle crosswise to his drop pattern, but I'm also just getting a little bit lucky. I mean, those bombs could have hit me. I put myself in the best possible situation to get good luck, and I shot down a plane. Oh, hooray. I actually shot down 6 planes this game. I'm not super sure how that happened. And that's it. I mean, it's going to take a while for this to tick out. It's maybe, I don't know, 3 more minutes of this game. I could have cut it. I could have edited it out, but I chose to keep it in. You can decide whether you want to watch the rest or just skip to the final screen. But still, I mean, that's probably the best game I'm ever going to play in a Luca Tarigo. 73,000 damage, 3 kills. I don't think I'm going to get any more damage on this Synop. I can't remember. I might get 1,000 or 2. These 2 cruisers are dancing with death. This Fiji, I think that one of the ones even going to say something to him in chat. Like, what is he doing going anywhere near the Synop, much less shooting? Like, hey, don't do that, right? Like, don't. That's called winning harder. Don't do that. Do not need to win harder. Yeah. So, I mean, is the Luca Tarigo a good destroyer? No, it's not a good destroyer. I always feel the need to say that. Should you spend a lot of time in the Luca Tarigo? I wouldn't. I think there's much better options. Is it kind of an interesting challenge to see what you can do with a destroyer that only has 9-kilometer guns? Yes. Is it better than the Moss? Yes, I think it is. Is it more fun than a bunch of the other Tier 7 destroyers? Arguably. But, man, 9-kilometer guns. I wonder if this is the shortest ranged guns at Tier 7. I mean, it's got to be, right? There can't be anything shorter than this. It'd have to be another Italian destroyer, I guess. I don't think I think the FR-25 is short, but not this short. I actually think it's a good bit longer than this. I'll have to check. I wonder what the shortest gun range is in the entire game. I think it's the Smith. I think the Smith's guns are like, I'm really sad. 6 kilometers, maybe? Something like that. It's pretty awful. I got like 3,000 damage on this guy. It definitely changes the way you play. And I'm not going to say it's all bad. I mean, it is true that a lot of the shots you take in destroyers beyond 9 kilometers are not terribly effective unless the destroyer is a gunboat that's set up for that, or you're farming battleships from smoke or something. But, you know, shooting at destroyers and to a lesser extent cruisers from more than 9 kilometers, you don't exactly get a ton of damage. Like, you feel like you're doing something, but actually you really don't hit a lot of your shells. So I guess in that sense, it's probably not as bad as I think it is. It's not like the ship would be dramatically different if it had 12-kilometer guns, but it feels very different. That was just a misclick. Just fumbled the mouse. I don't think we're going to sync this up. I don't think we're going to get 1,000 points. I think this is one of those where we just run out the clock. But yeah, kind of a comeback there, huh? I mean, it was like, what, 7 on 5? But I mean, not really, because that guy's AFK. Let me know in the comments if you feel like it was bad karma for me to sync that AFK Optio. But I mean, come on, we needed the points, right? We needed it. So yeah, that's That's victory for the Luca Tarigo. Victory for the Italian destroyer in the cool camo with the weird guns and the full speed exhaust and the really good speed boost. Not a bad ship. Not a good ship, but not so bad. Not so bad. Of course, maybe I'm biased because of this good game. Wasn't even top of table though. 2000 XP, but still only second the Atlanta played a hell of a game. That'll do it for this one, guys.